please don't touch any of the aeroplanes. I don't want to make too many rules and I don't want to make it too difficult, but just remember, if you see an aeroplane and it's running and it's moving on a taxiway, they have the right of way over you. Please get out of the way and let them go. So if you can split into those 3 groups for me, please. And then those that have indemnity forms signed, if you can please come and create your own group over here that I can speak to you about your flight. They're going to get you in, and then you're going to go for a short flight. If at any point in this flight you're feeling uncomfortable, or before you even get in the aeroplane or helicopter, say something to someone. Okay, you don't have to do this, but I encourage you to do it, encourage you to enjoy it. Enjoy the experience. Don't press buttons, don't pull on levers, don't sit on It's the best way I could explain it. Okay.
That's why I usually don't scared.
That's perfect. Sit on your hands, enjoy the experience. It's going to be a ton of fun.
It's Athol here, Athol France. We're at Middelburg again. It's our 4th time we come into Middelburg this year. And this is for the EAA event, which is happening here, the EAA National Convention.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you that when you've got your safety belt on, that you are quiet, and then you just sit and relax, you have fun. You must not fiddle with the door handles or anything. And you must also not open the window. To have fun. And Misha is my safety person, and she is going to be flying in the back with you. She has flown in the helicopter many times, so she knows exactly how it works. Okay, and you can trust Misha. So he's going to be the co-pilot. He's going to make sure that I fly straight and level. Okay, so very important, when we land, we're not going to land here, we're going to land on that side of the hangar. You will stay seated until somebody helps you.
Doing here?
We're the judges.
What are you judging?
The aeroplanes.
Why are you judging aeroplanes?
Because we love them. We're judging them to check the standards, the quality of workmanship. They're all home builds.
Yeah, we judge the aircraft on the quality built on different levels, home builds, veteran aircraft, warbirds, all these different categories, and it's based on the quality of workmanship and innovations, how much creativity, and yeah.
offer a really nice platform for our aviation enthusiasts that reside in all the corners of South Africa. Behind the scenes going on in this facility is huge, and we are really heartfelt to thank you guys for that and to appreciate what you do for aviation. You know, in general in South Africa, in terms of you've seen what's happened over the last couple of months. Okay, Carl's very good with the microphone. I'm not close. You know, you did such a fine job today with talking about all the different aircraft that land and all the lacquer stuff that Carl talks to us about with these millions of years of experience. And it's just an absolute pleasure to have worked with Carl. What would the EAA be like without Chapter 322? Okay. Neil Bowden, our chairman of the chapter. Neil is just below Superman, as you know. And the organizing team of 322 that actually put this convention together, and also led by Neil, and all the guys that assisted us with putting this together, for the work that was done leading up to, obviously the work that's done today, and also this evening when we hand out the prizes. Thanks, Neil. Good man. It was quite an epic Young Eagles Day today, because today worldwide. It's the International Young Eagles Day, observed by the EAA and the USA and all the chapters worldwide. So I'd just like to thank Warren Lovell for putting it all together, and his team that did it, all the pilots, all the money that flew the guys. Thank you so much. Brad Dan, all you guys that came and availed yourself to come from afar to come and assist with the flying of the young eagles here. I think that with the pictures that Athol showed me earlier on and all the others that Willie and them have taken, we will certainly be able to report back to the USA to say the Manaya in South Africa did a sterling job on the International Young Eagles Day. And also, within the Young Eagles, there was also a tremendous amount of assistance from Samar, Bob Skinner, and guys, Alec, and those guys that put together. You saw them in here today with the kiddies with their little model aeroplanes that they were making. And those are the kind of things that plant the seed for these people to actually appreciate and the passion that drives us for many, many years. I think it becomes almost natural for many of us. We're fortunate, we can do it, but it's good to see that that mindset exists to actually make sure that we can impart this in the best way possible. And of course the Kid Fox, or the KFA guys that did that, also there was a horde of them there that looked so good. There was a couple of aircraft that made a bit of dust, but hell, that was part of the deal, eh? And I think that it was really nice. And thank you guys for putting that together. Thanks, Dale.
To work together all the different chapters. We were here 2 weeks ago with the President's Trophy Air Race, and it was a fantastic event. So it's great to be back. It's back. So SATFA is really any kind of competitive flying. So rallies. Today we did a little what we call an air navigation rally, a corridor race. Half a nautical mile route, and we could just stay within that route as much as possible. So we had eight teams that joined us today, which was a pretty good turnout, and I think everybody had a lot of fun. And we had some varying results. So without giving them away, I'll tell you that our winners scored 321 points. They were outside the core score 112 seconds total.
Yeah.
Very, very close behind them was 131 seconds in total. The rest of the field was quite spread out, and the last place scored 2,805.
Smile like that. It's a KFA, the little kid plane. Safari. No, I like to see the young guys, eh? That's what it's all about.
Shoot.
I'm sure your dad will be proud of you. Well done. There he is. Okay, you're done. Squeeze that thing a bit forward so that I'll have a little shout. Thank you.
I missed one convention, and that was the one in Port Elizabeth. And since 1986, I never missed the EAA convention. It is wonderful to see youngsters.
Yeah.
Youngsters participating in our sport, because we are getting older and the youngsters are taking over. And it is fantastic to sit there and to see the youngsters taking over this our sport and to carry on. Fantastic time. Welcome.
Thank you. There we go.
Look at Christine.
Just before you go, let's get a shot of you. Ethel's got a big guy there. Yeah, you don't want to get the reflection of his shorts there. cold, he wears 2 pairs. Moi, moi. No, you're going to do that first. Otherwise, I'll lose my job. Next time. You know, you would mooi kyk, dan is te verloor ek my job. And they know experimental and home-built aircraft very well. They've been around for a long time. And they've bestowed this award on a recently built aircraft to a very high standard. Okay? And this award, along with a 500 Rand voucher from Comet Aviation, goes to Peter Howe for his Peter, well done on that builder. It's really nice. He flew it all the way from Kharib Dam. Yeah. And I'll get on to the long distance flying now as well. Where you did a sterling job there, Pete, but you built a couple of aeroplanes. Is it your 5th one, eh? You know, my friend Dale de Klerk said he built, not Dale de Klerk, Dieter Bach, sorry Dale. He told me that he built 3 aircraft and he had 2 wives. So, have you? Okay. Then you did a better job than he did. Cheers, Pete. Christine. She says in an older tummy. And we really sincerely appreciate the fact that you took the time out to come as EAA guys and come and celebrate this convention with us today. And it's really, I feel great, you know, as a chairperson, we do quite a lot of background work, but these are the type of moments that actually put it together. And I think that just from the bottom of my heart, I'd just like to thank you guys for doing that. Andrew, you guys up from your side of town there. I know it must be interesting to see robots and that again, yeah, but thank you for coming. Really appreciate it. Thanks a ton. Okay, for the last one, thank you. We're going to give this award posthumously to a very good friend of ours that left us a while ago, who was a really stalwart EAA member. And he used to do stuff with little resources, and he could do a tremendous amount of work, and his passion and his enthusiasm and his contribution to the EAA in this country for many, many years. I can take back to the 70s even, was just to give you guys a bit of an insight into the EAA in South Africa. Prior to the EAA in South Africa, it was the first interaction with the EAA in the USA was through the Performance Aviation Association in Durban. Okay. And that was grounded in the 50s. Because remember, the EAA is 70 years old this year. They were founded in Hales Corner in I think it was Wisconsin. Paul Pomeresny and his wife Audrey, they put together this for all the returning service guys that really wanted to fly. It must have been really nice to fly those Mustangs, and they actually found better keenness in flying aircraft that they built themselves. And I think that's where it started. And in South Africa, it was in Durban, and that area was where a lot of the movement started until the formation of Chapter 322, which took place in 1967. Or 68 it was, sorry, in 68, under the auspices of Mike Spence, Paul Keel and Woody Woods, who started the chapter in Johannesburg. And today, Chapter 322, under the stewardship of Neil Bowden, is the only international chapter in South Africa which is affiliated to the EAA in the USA. And I think that all through these years, there was a tremendous amount of participation in terms of getting the light sport aeroplanes, or experimental and amateur built aircraft into the fold, and a lot of work was done by builders down in Maritzburg, down in also up in you saw that Reykjavik that Dale's got here, that was built in Klokkelang, and those are all in the 60s. A really committed school teacher, okay, who used to impart a lot of knowledge to his students in the science class on flying, and he obviously flew. But it didn't come very easy for him, because he really spent a lot of effort and a lot of time to get to a point. And And I remember seeing him in 2018 at Vryheid, where we had our convention down there, and he'd flown his little Bantam aircraft from I think it was from Bainsfield or even just before there, where they were at, it wasn't Cato Ridge. He flew it up there, and he was so stoked because Gerald always used to attend. He was like Fani. They attended every single convention when they could, and they really made an effort to do it. And I think that he was an aviation nut. I think